Hello guys, I hope you are all doing well. In this video we are going to look at strings in C programming language. So let's begin. The first question arises here is that what is string? String is a collection of characters, right? Let's say I take a string as computer, right? This is a string. Why? Because each of its elements is character. For example, here C is a character, O is a character, right? M is a character. Okay. So the collection of characters is known as the string, right? In C programming, we generally say one-dimensional array of character is known as the string. One-dimensional array of characters is known as the string. Okay. Now let's see how it is defined. Now to make a string, we will use the one-dimensional array of characters. Okay. So we write here data type as character. Then name of our variable, array variable, that will be, let's say, n. Then square bracket, and inside it what is the initialization. Okay. Just like computer, it's C, O, M. Here we have to write some character. For example, I can write V, I and K. Okay. And then I have to write /0. Okay. We can also write here 4, but if it is not generally required, we can also initialize it like this. Okay. Now if I do here printf of %s and I write here name of our variable, that is the n, then our output will be VIK. Okay, simple. Now the question is arising here that why are we using here /0? Okay, it is also known as null terminating character. Null terminating character. Now to understand it, why we require this, let's take another example here. Let's say I am using a simple variable, let's say character A, and giving it the value as C. Now what's happening, this variable is going to be allocated in some memory. Okay, and the memory location or the address will be given by address of A. Okay, end of A, and currently it is holding C and the variable name is A. Now what happens in C programming, that when I use %s specifier, this is small s, okay, and I write here some address, let's say end of A, right? So what will happen, first of all, whatever will be the present in this address, it will print, let's say it will print first C. Okay, then there will be some other memory location after that, right? Okay, then let's say there is some character which we don't know, let's say A, B, C, okay, and also one more, let's say /0. Okay, we don't know about it. What %s will do, it will keep on printing whatever is present in subsequent addresses until it encounters something /0. Okay, so if I consider here that in the next memory location it was A, then B, then C, then here output will be A, B, C. Okay, so this is how the %s specifier works. Okay, unless it is not encountering the /0, okay, null character, it is going to print whatever is present in the subsequent addresses, right? So here what is happening, here it is first printing and n is pointing to our base address. Okay, so here it was VIK /0, so it is something like this, VIK and /0, right? And n, if I write here printf of normal %u, let's say here printf of normal %u of n, then it will give me the base address of our array. Okay, character array. So here I can say that n is pointing to the base address of our array. So what will it do? It will first see this address and whatever will be the present in it, it will print. So it will first print V, then go to the next address, then it will see what is present here. It is I, then it will print I, then next it will print K, and then it will encounter the /0 character. As soon as it will encounter the /0 character, it will stop and our output will be here VIK. Okay, so we can also say that a string is a collection of characters and terminating by /0, right? Now another thing is that what about accessing any particular element? Okay, let's say I want to print I. Okay, so in array we already know that the first element will have the index of 0th or 0, the second will be have index of 1, then 2, and so on. So here the first element was V, then I, then K, and then /0. Okay, and since this was V, first location, I can access it with the 0 subscript. So to access it, let's say I want to print V here, then I can write here printf %c and whatever value I want to fetch. Okay, let's say I want to fetch the first element, then I will write here 0. For fetching I will write here 1. Okay, so this is how we use the particular element of the character array or string. Now C provides another way for initializing our string, which is without using curly braces. Okay, what happens here that I will write here, let's say this is NN, and I will simply write our string in double quotes. Okay, let's say I write here VIKY. Okay, now that's all. Okay, and it will automatically in suffix write /0. Okay, it will automatically write in the end /0. We don't have to explicitly write here, but here we have to write /0 externally. Okay, so if I write here, let's say I want to find the size of this array. What will be the size of this array right now? Size of NN. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and another character which is automatically appended by this formation when we are using double quote. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and another character which will be 5. So our size of operator, let's say if I print something like size of NN in printf %d. Okay, so this will give me right now 5. Why 5? Because character is of 1 byte and each character is taking 1 byte of memory, so total memory will be 5 byte. And here it will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, and here it will give me size of will give me 4. Okay, the size of will give me 4. Point is that here we don't have to externally write /0, but here we must use /0. Otherwise, when we will use it with the %s, it will keep on printing whatever will be the present in the adjacent locations until it encounters null character. Okay, now we know about how to print the array element or entire array. Okay, entire string. But let's say I want to take the input in string format. Okay, so there could be two ways. First way says that I will take input one by one. How? Using loops. For example, there is a character array. Let's say this is a character array I defined here. Okay, and right now I have to write the size also. Let's say it is of size 5. Then I'll write for int I equals to 0, I less than 5, and I plus plus. Okay, sorry. Then inside here I will write here scanf of %c and end of ni. Right? That's all. Now why it is not a good way is because it will take input one by one. What I mean that, let's say this loop is running. So first of all I'll write C, then the loop will again check the condition, again run, then I'll write O, then again M, then again P. So I'm writing here one by one, and this is taking input one by one, character by character we can say. So this is one of the way, but this is not actually implemented. Okay, string input is generally not implemented using this scanf method. Okay, we generally use inbuilt method, that is the gets, right? Gets method. So what I will do here, instead of writing what I write before, entire loop and then scanf, I will simply write here gets function and name of our variable, character array variable. Now what it will do, it will keep on taking our input. Let's say I will simply write comp. I don't have to write one by one, okay, and the loop will not run here, and it will keep on incrementing the index, and our input will be stored. Okay, so then if I print using printf of %s, then it will simply give me output as comp, right? So we generally prefer using the gets method instead of using the scanf when it comes to take the input of character array. Along with gets, we generally use puts method to print our array. To print our array, we generally use puts method. Why do we use puts is because first of all, we don't have to mention any format specifier. Okay, sometimes we do get confused whether to use %s or %c when we are talking about character array. Okay, so we don't have to use any format specifier. Second thing is that it automatically brings our cursor to our next line. Okay, in output, if after printing our string, let's say it print our string like this comp, then our cursor will become here. Okay, but in printf the cursor stays in this location. These two methods generally use all together. Okay, whenever we are using gets method, we generally prefer to use the puts method, but we can also use the printf method. There is no problem in that. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like the video. If you have any doubt, please comment it down. Thanks for watching, and I have to see you in the next video.